Hello, Assalamu alaikum. This is Talat Abbas, and today we're going to discuss some interesting facts about linear functions. So, here we have a question in which we are given with a table, and we have to check which of these given function is satisfying these points. So, there will be only one function from these four which is satisfying these points. We can choose any of the point, whether it's -4 or 10, -2, 7, and 6 or -5. It's our own choice. We just need to verify which of the following options is correct for this whole table. So to prove this, it will be more than enough to choose any of the point. So what we have to do here, we are given with the function. This is basically these all are the linear equations, or we can say these are the equations of straight line. So let me tell you what is an equation of a straight line. The equation of straight line is y equals to y equals to mx plus c. So these all equations are in the form of y equals to mx plus c, where if I talk about this first equation, m is -3 upon 2, and c is the y-intercept where the line cuts x-axis, which is 4. So to verify which of the following function satisfies these, which of the following points satisfies these equations. So the method is very simple. Let us choose any point. Let's say I'm choosing this point, -2, 7. So in this point we got x equals to -2 and y equals to 7. Let's say I'm gonna check this, the first option, which is y equals to -3 upon 2x plus 4. This is a very basic question. We just need to put these both values in this equation, and we have to check whether the left hand side is equals to the right hand side or not. If left and right sides are equal, then this means that this equation is for this table. Simple. So now by putting these values in this equation, y is 7 equals to -3 upon 2 is a constant, x is equals to -2 plus 4. So 2 is cancelled out with 2. We got two negative signs here. To minus into minus is plus. So this is now +3 plus 4 equals to 7. So clearly we can see that here left hand side is equals to the right hand side. So we now we do not check, we do not need to check any of the other equation. So we can directly say the first option is the correct option, and that's it. In this question, we are given with the graph. So what we have to do in this question, the water level in a tank is changing at a constant rate. The graph shows the relationship between time in hours along x-axis and the water level in meters along y-axis. So along the y-axis, the water level is mentioned, and along x-axis, time in hours is mentioned. We need to check the change in water level, whether it is increasing or decreasing. Move the correct, we are given with some of the options, and we have to place the correct options in these boxes. Hopefully the statement is clear. So let us solve using this graph. This is again related to the straight lines. In this question, basically we have to solve this using graphical method. What is a graph? Graph is a pictorial way to represent the data. So in this question we are given with data through a graph. So let's see how the water level is changing according to these conditions. So let's see, initially the water level is 9 meters. So this is the starting point. So initially the water level is at 9. We can clearly see the water is decreasing. So the water level is decreasing, as initially it is at 9 meters, and at this point the level is approximately around 7 point something. So definitely the water level is decreasing. as times goes on. So let's say we need to find the slope. By finding the slope or the gradient, so this in the vocabulary you should know, we can use the word gradient or slope. So by finding gradient of this line, we can find out the correct answer. So to find the gradient, gradient is basically, grade is rise upon run. Rise is change along the y-axis. Rise is change along y-axis, and the run is change along x-axis. So now we just need to find out the change along y-axis, change along x-axis, and take the ratio of these changes. We will get our answer. So let's say how we can find this change. This is again a very simple question. The initial point is 9. Let's say I choose this point here. So 9 and this. So change along y-axis. This is the change along y-axis, and this is the change along x-axis. So along y-axis is the rise. So we can write grade is equals to how much rise is there. Basically, the slope is, the line is in the decreasing way. So one of the correct answers between decreasing and increases is, obviously it's now decreasing. So the change along y-axis is 1 upon. Along x-axis, change is now at this point x is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So change along y is 4. Gradient, as this is the decreasing, in the decreasing way, the values are decreasing. The y-axis is going towards the negative x-axis, the values are decreasing. So the gradient will be minus. This negative sign is just representing that the graph is decreasing or the water level is decreasing. So when you are finding the gradient, you should mention the negative sign here, or in other words, theoretically you can write you can use the word decreases. So this 1.1 by 4 is basically 0.25. How I got this value? By dividing 1 by 4. We cannot, 1 is less than 4, so we need help of point decimal. So by placing 0 here, 4 2 times 8, 2 0, 4 5 times 20, the remainder is 0. The answer will be 0.25. So we can write the water level decreases at a rate of 0.25 meters per hour. In this question, we are given with the graph of quadratic function. So this graph is of parabolic shape. So this question is related, somehow related to the first question which we solved earlier. The only difference is in first question we were given with the straight line, but here we have a graph of a curved line. So now again we are given with the graph, and we have to find which of the following functions is representing, is best representations of graph, the best representations of the function h. So here we have a function h of x equals to x squared plus 2x minus 3. Then in the b we have another function x squared minus 2x minus 3, then x squared plus 4x plus 3, then x squared minus 4x plus 3. So these we have four options, and we have to find out which of the following option is a correct option for this graph. So this is again simple. We have to choose any of the point from the graph. Graph is already plotted here. We can choose any point or any value, substitute that value in these graphs one by one, and check which of the following is the correct answer. So let's say h of x is basically, it's not the different thing. It is same as the previous one. H of x is equals to, we can say, we can write it like h of x equals to x square plus 2x minus 3. Just for your understanding, I'm telling you this, h of x is basically y. H x square plus 2x minus 3. Y is the function h of x. So now on the graph, choose any point randomly. Let's say I'm choosing this point where x is 1. At this point, x is 1, y is 0. So let's say x is equals to 1, y is equals to 0. Now put these both values in this function and check whether these points satisfies this equation or not. If this point satisfies this equation, then option A will be the correct option. If not, then we will put these values in B, then C, then D. Then we will find any A, B, C, D option, any correct option from these options. So now let's say put x is equals to 1, y equals to 0, and check left hand side is equals to right hand side or not. So y is 0, x is 1, 1 square, 2 times 1 minus 3. 0 is equals to 1 plus 2 minus 3. 0 is equals to 3 minus 3. So luckily the correct option is A. So we do not need to check B, C, and D. Definitely there is only one correct option in these from these four. So by putting these values, we took these values from the graph. These are not the random values. Even you can check now. Let's say just for the verification, let's say take this point here. X is minus 3, again y is 0. So just for the like verification, I'm choosing this point here. Again y is 0 because the point is on the x-axis. All the points lying on x-axis, the y coordinate will be 0. Similarly, any point on the y-axis has x coordinate 0. So y is 0, x is minus 3. By putting these points in this equation, 0 minus 3 square plus 2 times minus 3 minus 3. So this is 9 plus minus minus 2 3s are 6 minus 3, 9 minus 9. Again 0 is equals to 0. You can say left hand side is equals to right hand side. So you can choose any point on this graph, from this graph, that will definitely satisfy the part A. So that's all from my side. Thank you very much.